Every year we're talking about mock scrapes. There's a really good reason for it. Mock scrapes are workhorses. They're workhorses for us as managers and as hunters as well. They can be difference makers. And frankly, they don't have to cost hardly anything. Yeah, we can go out and we can pick up Magnum scrape drippers, fill them up with active scrape, and that helps. That does help. But at the same time, for every 2 or 3 of those, we want to have 4 or 5 that don't have a darn thing. Just that licking branch right there in the nose. Why? Well, there's a whole bunch of reasons to use mock scrapes. In the situation I'm standing here, what we've got is I've went ahead and cut and planted a scrape tree. Went ahead and put a scrape dripper up on it. I've pointed those licking branches back towards the stand. By doing that, what you're doing is I'm in a more of a destination feeding location here that's too big to cover with a bow. All right, I want to obviously suck those deer in to within shooting range. Is just simply cutting and planting that tree right there over my shoulder gonna do it every time? No, it's not. But if it does it 5% of the time, and that 5% happens to be that one buck that I want to kill, it's well worth it. Happens 10%, it's worth it even more. Happens around 20%, which is probably about my average when a buck comes out into an area like this. About 20% of the time they're going to come over and check it out. That means I don't have to coax them in. They've got a focal point initially built in to this plot that draws the deer to them. Next, the licking branches are pointed towards the stand. By being pointed towards the stand, what that does is that positions these deer for the shot. It positions the deer for the shot when they come in to work the mock scrape. And it also takes their focus off of me in my stand and puts it on that licking branch instead, away from where I am. So I have all day long to come to full draw and make that shot happen. Another nice purpose for this right here is that it serves as a great summer, early fall inventory tool. Even when the bucks are in velvet, they work a select percent of licking branches. Which ones they go after? Those ones that all the deer are going to check out. The more they stand out, such as a tree planted in the middle of a food plot, the more attention they're going to draw. Okay. Are they going to work it every day like they would during peak scrape phase? No, but you leave a camera on there and you know what? Within a month's time, you're going to get just about every buck that's hitting this food source. Okay. That's key for building an inventory for your bucks. Another thing that mock scrapes do for us is they waste time. You know what? We're playing a game of seconds. If that buck jumps the fence 5 minutes before dark, you know what? That neighbor's got a crack at him. If he's jumping at that fence 5 minutes after dark, the neighbor doesn't. He's safe. The more time we can get bucks to spend on our ground, the higher the odds are that we're going to be able to kill them ourselves, and the higher the odds are the ones that we want to give another year to will make it that year. Is there any guarantee? Heck no. But the more we stack the odds in our favor, the better off. So, when you know they're bedding back here and they're feeding over here, go ahead and create a line of licking branches for mock scrapes along that travel corridor. Every one that he stops and works is 30 to 90 seconds longer before he makes it over the neighbors. So he goes ahead in that scenario right there. He stops and works 3 of them. We're golden. We're golden because now that buck is jumping the fence after dark. So mock scrapes serve as a great scouting tool, and they serve as a great hunting tool for positioning bucks in situations like this where, drawing them in and positioning them, and it takes their attention off us. Finally, they're outstanding time wasters. And frankly, they don't cost us a cent.
Growing Big is brought to you by Wildlife Research Center, the gold standard. Reconyx, see what you've been missing. Antler King, bigger bucks, healthier deer. The Heater Bodysuit, you stay warm or your money back. Furminator, the best food plot implement on Earth. Redneck Blinds, the best hunting blinds on the planet. Chestnut Hill Nursery and Orchards. And foodplotsfordeer.com, planning your habitat improvements and improving your hunting.
Mock scrapes are the most underrated tool we have at our disposal. They don't have to cost us anything more than 20-ish bucks to go ahead and set ourselves up with Magnum scrape drippers or scents, or if you can't afford the 20-ish bucks, go ahead and make them yourself. You know, don't use the scent dripper. Get that licking branch just right there at nose level. Is it going to be as effective? Probably not. But you know what? Every little bit helps. They'll waste time for bucks. They'll position them for us. They'll draw them in at times. And they focus their attention off the hunter. Add all that up, and I'll tell you what. There's few things you can do on your ground that's going to help a heck of a lot more than this. There are some, but not many. Mock scrapes are a big deal.